I'm here with Jason Arnett, who's a teacher in Magoffin County, and he has an exciting project called Interactive Digital Library. So, Jason, tell us about how you come up with this project and what's it all about.
Well, my idea is not original. It's not something that I came up with in my sleep or even mowing the grass, which is kind of the only two times I get to think. But it came from last year's Fire Summit. I sat in a presentation with Mr. Justin Bailey, and he expressed his work with Kindle Fires in the classroom, how he can self-publish and present content in different and engaging ways. And I didn't realize it was a need until I got to the classroom this year. And when I got there, I really felt I needed some other way to engage students in a manner to where they want to complete the work. They don't want to look at it as just busy work. And I tell them all the time, these questions I'm giving you today it's not busy work. It's to get you to read, to get you to process. I don't care if you finish them all. I want you to work hard. It's about the ethic. And I think by increasing engagement, we can get there. And so what I've done is I've purchased 18 Kindle Fires and docking stations to charge them. And through that, students have access to interactive case studies, virtual labs, and they can just explore different avenues in science that they couldn't before with just paper and pencil or textbook.
Okay. So you're mainly focused on science with your project?
Yes. I teach biology, anatomy, and AP environmental, and it leads to those areas because of the case studies. I mean, I can put them in a scenario to where they are the doctor, and the patient comes in with these symptoms, and their job is to read the given peer-reviewed articles, the data, and come up with explanations to provide with the patient. So they're studying content all while learning skills for research and what peer-reviewed means, and just it's all good. It's a win-win.
So it's helped them with reading and reading comprehension as well.
Mm-hmm. And relating ideas back and forth. You know, they might take an idea they've learned in English and not apply it to science, or take an idea in math and not apply it until they make that connection themselves in those type of activities.
Do they do any teamwork in this work project?
They do. I've got one class right now, what time I'm here today, they're working on a case study involving Botox injections. And they're working as a team. Some of them are reading research, some of them are conducting it, and they're just coming together as a whole and what matches, what can we use, you know, what makes sense in this scenario.
Okay, and then and if they're doing that, they have to communicate with each other.
Yes, and academic discussion has really improved, and that's one area that our school's looking to improve on is academic discussion. Not just me ask you a question, you tell me yes or no, and not just one-line sentences, but having true conversations back and forth where you're talking to, listening, processing, and giving back to the idea.
So in addition to studying science and technology, the students are gaining these critical soft skills right now.
Yes.
Most your employers say the number one need that they need to have is students and employees with soft skills that can work as a team, can think creatively, can communicate with each other and all that. So you're doing some soft skills development here in addition to learning.
Yes, and that's extremely important because they don't have those soft skills. They weren't raised like, I think I was the last generation to be raised without a phone. I think I got a phone when I was 16. So I had those soft skills from grade school and middle school. And now these kids are being raised with no soft skills because when they talk to somebody, it's through text. There's no communication back and forth. It's one-line sentences and that's it.
Yeah, and that's a very good point. There's a book that just came out that the U.S. senators talked about how we're almost in silos and we don't talk with each other in the same way one-on-one, but it's through social media and other type of things, and that has changed.
Yes, it has.
And so if you're going to go into the workforce, you need these soft skills.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the cell phones also lead into attention spans. Our attention spans have been cut in half. Even mine and some of the older generations have, because we've got used to the cell phones. We want something to do all the time. And it's gotten to the point where I've shut my email off at home. I don't check it at home, which has helped a whole lot in my mind. But these kids need something task-oriented to keep them engaged. And previous generations, we've taught in ways that students learn. Well, students are learning different. We've got to adjust our teaching.
And it appears then that your students are very engaged in their education from this, and if they're engaged in their class, they may be engaged in another class.
Yeah, I'm hoping this does carry forward, and that conversation piece, the academic conversations. I honestly didn't know that would be an effect of this until traveling down to the assessment meeting, and I sat in a discussion training, and it's going to be a big part of the end effect.
Well, your name is Jason Arnett, so there's a lot of Arnetts in McGoffin County,
Yes.
and so you're from your hometown person. What got you into education?
Well, in high school, I was always part of the team that would go to the grade schools, speak about anti-tobacco, speak about anti-drugs, and it's kind of always been instilled to talk to people and try to get them, not motivated, but inform them. And I think through college, I went into science, I was pre-pharmacy, and then I started realizing, I don't want to do this. You know, I like teaching, I like talking, I like informing, I like motivating. And I switched my major around my junior year and never looked back.
Well, hey, we're glad you did. Jason, congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
work, and keep up the good work.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.